In today's episode, I am going to be giving you the behind the scenes of May 2024. So for those of you that have been listening along this year, you will know at the beginning of every new month, I review the previous month I just had in my business and in my life to share with you the goals progress. So I set some pretty big and ambitious goals at the beginning of the year, and I wanted to very vulnerably and transparently share that journey with you because not many people do that, where they speak about the good and the not so good times. And I think it's really important that we normalize that journey so that there's less comparison, there's less judgment on ourselves, there's less fear and all of those negative thoughts that we have about ourselves and our future and whether we're capable of success. And so I thought by sharing my journey, it will normalize yours, because I have a very incredible life, incredible relationship, incredible business, and I still have hard days, I still have challenges, in fact, lots of them. But when you develop a CEO mindset, when you have support and when you have an approach to follow and strategies in different areas of your life to utilize, it allows you to move through those challenges with a lot more ease than if you didn't have the tools, the support, the strategies, the awareness, and so forth. So I hope that this series gives you that awareness and even some tools and strategies that you can implement into your life and into your business to reach your goals faster, knowing that it's less about the achievement of the goals and more about the journey and the progress. And this is coming from someone who very much used to be all about achievement. And unless I achieved these big goals, or unless I achieved the goal in general, it just didn't count or didn't matter. Whereas now I actually care about the journey so much more, because that's where the lessons come, that's where the wisdom comes, that's where the fulfillment and enjoyment comes from. The achievement part is this like mini tiny little blip in our life that we very quickly move on from. So it's important to acknowledge the ride and the journey, which is why my word for 2024 is intention. And so a little update on that, I feel that I've been very intentional this year. I've been very intentional about making sure the way I show up in my business and my life feels very good, and that I'm only saying yes to things that really feel in alignment. And it might not feel like that in every moment. Like sometimes you have to change things and get uncomfortable to then be in a position where something is comfortable. But again, I think that that's very intentional. So I would say so far so good when I reflect on the first half of the year, because I can't believe we're already in June now. It's the 2nd of June as I record this. I can't believe it. And I would say that everything's been very intentional so far. So I'm very happy about that. So let's dive on to the month of May. And if you go back and you listen to last month's goals progress episode, you'll know that I said at the very end of it, I said, I hope that I'm reporting back to you next month saying that May was a really calm month. And I'm so glad to be able to share with you today that May was a much calmer month than April. So that's very, very good. So my goals for 2024 was to earn $600K cash for the year, weigh 65 kilos, have weekly date nights, quarterly weekend trips, and an annual week holiday with my partner, invest $100,000 in shares, and have a minimum of $400,000 total in savings, and reach 30,000 podcast downloads. So before I get into the results and where I'm at with all of them, let me just summarize May, because it was another very big month and overall a really great month. So firstly, I was house sitting for most of April and then also a little bit of May. And it was full on. It was a lot of work. It was really challenging, having a dog and all of the other things that were associated with that house sitting gig. But it was a lot of fun. And when I look back on my time, whilst it was a very busy season, it was so nice to be in a different environment and be by the beach and all of those sorts of things. So that was really beautiful, but I was certainly happy to come home back into my space. So you'll be able to see if you're watching the video of this, I'm back in my office and it feels so freaking good to be in my space. My environment plays such a big role in how I feel, and I just felt so relieved when I came home. So finished house sitting there, had a lot of friends visit me, which was so lovely. So yeah, that's what I did in May, was having a lot of guests, which was lovely. I signed some really dream clients in May, which was super exciting. We also reached our 1-year mark in Brisbane. So I think it was the 20th of May, 2023, Geordie and I moved to Brisbane, and we've been here now for 1 year, or a little bit over, should I say. And it has been amazing. So on that day, I really reflected on how far we've come and how our life has changed and what hasn't changed and all the things. And it's amazing to say that I'm still just as obsessed with this city as I was on day one. Like literally, I pinch myself every day when I go outside for a walk. Like it is just so beautiful. I'm obsessed with the bridge, living by the river. I'm obsessed with the environment, my gym, my home, everything. It's just so nice. So we're very happy that we made this move, and we talk about it all of the time. What else happened? We have been experimenting with Facebook ads a lot more, and in the last month it's really started to work, and we've just signed some incredible clients from it. So I'm really happy with our Facebook ads journey. I also joined a brand new mastermind because my beautiful coach is going on maternity leave for several months, and I practice what I preach. It's so important to always have a mentor, always have support. So I've hired a new coach and going to be in a new mastermind, and I'm loving it so far. I'm learning so much, and I'm really excited for the rest of this year just based on how much I'm learning so much. When I got back from house sitting, I had felt quite exhausted after, just doing so much and hosting so many people and doing so many things. Whilst I love it, it was just a lot. And I also, if you listen to last month's episode, had just recorded, over 50 videos for my clients, completely redid all of my courses so that they were just up to date, and we changed platforms, everything. The whole quality improved overall of our business and of our brand. And I was quite tired after that. So Geordie got me a beautiful spa day package as soon as I got back to Brisbane, which was so nice. So I did that. I also got to meet one of my mastermind clients in person. She's from New Zealand and she was visiting Australia, and she came and saw me. So we got to have beautiful lunch together and walk around Brisbane, which was so nice. I also finished booking my trip to Europe with my best friends that I'm going to in June, on the last day of June. I'm so excited. And I think I said this in last month's episode, but I also have booked a trip to New Zealand to visit one of my other best friends that I've actually never met in person, but we've been friends for years in the coaching industry, and we literally are on the phone to each other probably 5 times a day. And then also I'm going to Fiji as part of this new mastermind that I'm in August. So lots of trips were booked in May and finalized. I've just been seeing lots of friends as well since I've been back in Brisbane, which has been so nice, going to the gym with them, going for walks with them, hanging out with them. It's been so good. I also realized in May that I've had now 3 50K months in a row, which is a big milestone for me. I've had 50K months before, and I've been very close to that previously for a long extended period of time. But to have actually going over that milestone in cash, not sales, actually cash collected for 3 months in a row is something I'm pretty proud of. It's nice to see that every month this year our recurring revenue has increased. So feeling really good about that, but I'll talk about that more shortly when I summarize the goals. And it's been so good in May to get back into routine, going to the gym every day. I've been to the gym every single day this week, doing a workout with my friends or classes. I did the sauna every day. I've done the cold plunge every day. So it's been really good in terms of being in routine. And then the last exciting update that I'll share for May was I got what is called a stream deck. For those of you that are watching the video, you'll be able to see it. If you're just listening, you can Google it. It's a stream deck. I'm probably going to have to do a whole video tutorial for my clients because I know that they're going to ask about it, and I just share everything with them that I use in my life and my business. And anyways, I got it because obviously my niche is running events. I'm really big on running these events. I want them to be the highest, best quality, and having a piece of hardware/software such as a stream deck just allows the transition between videos of you and your slides for your events to just be so much more seamless and effortless, which I think is really important. If events is going to be my thing, I need it to be top-notch amazing. So that's something I invested in and have spent some time setting up, and super excited for that. So yeah, they are the updates. As you can hear, it's all positive, which is really great. I would always be honest with you if there was any negative things, but in all honesty, it's been really positive. And I'm really grateful for that. So that's been May. Now let me walk you through the goals. So the first goal was to earn 600K cash for the year. And we have crossed over 200K cash for the year. So we have 400K to go. Now I already have not a lot, but I have a fair portion of that 400K already guaranteed to come in through the remaining sales, because I have a lot of reoccurring revenue in my business. So all this year, I could do nothing from now onwards and still have, tens and tens of thousands of dollars coming in every single month for the rest of the year. So when I say I'm at 200K, I'm actually, I know that a lot more is coming in for the rest of the year. It just hasn't come into our account yet. So we definitely would be past the halfway mark, to be honest. But obviously it doesn't really count until it lands in your bank account. So for the sake of being, just as it is right now, we're at 200K or over, a bit over. And so there's 400K to go. So in other words, we are well on track. If you do 50K cash every month for 12 months, that is 600K. We've now done that 3 months in a row consecutively, but obviously I'm growing and learning every single month. My monthly recurring revenue is increasing every single month, and we're getting better every month, So I know that, I'm on track now, but we're going to probably be increasing that to 60K months, 70K months, and so forth, just because we're getting better and better each month. And obviously I can't guarantee that, but I do have that conviction because what I do works and is working. And now that we're pouring ads on that and our ads are getting better and better and better, we can start to predict a lot more, like statistically, like how many clients are coming on board. That being said, we are changing a lot of things. And so, there's this learning period, but this is why I feel like I am on track, is because, we're just in this like building, testing, iterating phase in our business where we're paying so much close attention to all of the metrics and data within the business, and we're making these little and big tweaks accordingly. So that's why I know that every month is just getting better and better. So who knows, I could far exceed this, I'm not sure, but I would say that we are on track to reach that goal. But technically speaking, in cash, we have 400K more to earn for the year. So I'm really excited to be reporting back where we are at with that. But the monthly recurring revenue has stacked every single month this year. So that gives me a lot of confidence that it's going to continue to do so. So we are on track. And to reach the goal, like if I wasn't to count any more of the money that is coming in for the rest of this year through the monthly recurring revenue, let's just say like this is all we've done, I would need to sign 5 mastermind clients per month for the rest of the year, which again is quite doable in my mind. So really, really happy with that. Okay, weighing 65 kilos. I have lost a little bit over a kilo in the last month, so I'm really happy with that. I'm actually starting to get a lot of comments, from friends and family members asking if I've lost weight and I look really good and thinner and blah, 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 which is really nice. I'm not, asking for those comments or anything like that. And so for people to start to notice, I feel like that's when you know that you are on the right track. Is like, you don't usually notice, but when other people start to notice, that's when you start to see it. So I've had a few comments like that reflected at me in the last month, which is really nice and validating. So I'm like, okay, maybe it is working, because it is hard to just track it based on, kilos lost, because, you put on muscle as well. So that's why for me, I'm using the numbers to be able to track, but I also recognize that more goes into it. So I think the fact that other people are noticing it tells me that, I'm toning up or gaining muscle and, getting leaner and things like that. And that's why it's noticeable. So anyways, I'm really happy. Like as long as I'm progressing, I don't care if it's half a kilo or 200 grams, whatever it is, like I just am really big on progress. So I'm super happy about that. So yes, on track. As for weekly date nights, quarterly weekend trips, and going on an annual holiday, Geordie and I are due to plan our next quarterly trip. I'm going to have to try and squeeze that in somewhere because of all of these overseas trips I'm doing. But if anything, I suppose that makes it even more important to lock that in. So we are, after this episode that I'm recording now, we are going to be driving for the next hour and a half to a little cute farm property where he works on for his company, and we'll have a lot of time in the car to talk about our next trip, and I'll go through my calendar while we're talking about it and see where we can do that trip. So yeah, I would say by next month's goals progress episode I will have a date locked in for our next quarterly trip. So yeah, but as for weekly date nights, we've been doing that and more. We've gone on some really, really nice dates. We went to the best steakhouse restaurant the other day and it was just incredible. So yes, we have been living our best lives with dates, which is really good. And we have been chatting about our week-long holiday. We are thinking Thailand, but it could change. So we're not going to lock it in yet. We probably won't lock it in till closer to the date, to be honest, because Geordie's business can be a little bit more unpredictable than mine. So yeah, we will do that later in the year, but we're thinking Thailand, but also open to any suggestions. It needs to be somewhat close to Australia because we're only going to go for a week, and so USA and Europe's just like off the cards because it's not worth going there just for a week. So yeah, it needs to be more like Asia or somewhere in Australia, or we did Fiji last year, so we wouldn't do that again. Maybe, yeah, I'm doing New Zealand already this year, so probably wouldn't do that. So I've sort of crossed off a lot of options there, but yeah, somewhere in Asia or Australia. Any recommendations? So happy for you to slide into my DMs. Then my next goal is investing $100,000 in shares. We are on track. I've done that religiously every single month. So already have invested the portion for this month of June already. So I'm definitely on track for that. In fact, I've invested a little bit more. As for the savings, I'm going to be honest, I don't 100% know. I need to find a better way. Well, let me just see. I can check my account right now. So yeah, we're doing good. I've been investing a lot of it though, so it makes the progress a little bit slower. When I say have a minimum of 400 grand, it's also hard because I'm potentially going to invest in property. I'm not sure yet. I'm still umming and ahhing with that, but I've been having meetings and phone calls about that and preparing if I would like to do that. So there's a few things up in the air which could change it. And I think I said in last month's episode as well, I'm less attached to that specific goal just because as long as my income is growing every month in terms of what I'm earning and the things I do with my money is going towards things that grow, like shares and things like that, then I don't really care as much how much is in my bank account. So we'll just see there. And then the final goal is to reach 30,000 podcast downloads. This is always the goal I'm most disappointed with because I make very little progress with that. I need to prioritize that, but I have been starting to collaborate with more people, which is good. So those episodes will roll out really shortly. Some already have, which will really surely help. And yeah, it's on my list to reach out to more people to collaborate with. Plus, I'm going to start running Facebook ads to grow the podcast. So hopefully we can get that up and running in the next month as well, just to increase the downloads that way as well. I'm also umming and ahhing about creating a separate Instagram account just for the podcast, but we will see. So that is my update. So we have pretty much progressed in all of the goals except unsure about the savings goal and the podcast. It was very, very minimal growth. But as you can hear, May was an incredible month. June is going to be a really great month. It already is 2 days in, but it's going to be good but it will be a little bit busy because I am going to New Zealand for a week. And then at the very end of June, I'm going to Europe for 3 weeks, meaning I have a lot of preparation and things to do before I go to Europe, knowing that I will be working significantly less whilst I'm in Europe. So we're running a lot of events. I'm batch creating a lot of content. I've actually already created content every day for the rest of until like the end of July, but I want to be able to put more content out rather than just once a day. Like I would like some days to be posting twice a day. And I will need to record some podcast episodes before I go away, and just some other little things like that. So it will be a busy month, but it will be a good month. Bit of travel, fair bit of work, but all positive things. Like it's just preparation to be able to go away. And I'm really excited for this next month because I'm really showing myself that I have created a business model that allows me to do that. So I'm learning what I need to learn right now to be able to know I can go away and my team knows what to do, when to do it, how to do it. My clients feel deeply supported. I know how to, work from anywhere and do anything. Like all of those sorts of things is what I'm focusing on this month of June. So I'm really excited about that because that's going to support me in all of the future months when I'm traveling or going away or this and that it can be done and can be possible. And I really want to be a great example for my clients. Like, it's one thing to say, oh yeah, build a simple, sustainable and scalable coaching business. But then it's like, oh, but you can't actually leave the house because then your clients don't feel supported. This happens. And I'm like, no. I need to show them that actually you can do that and your clients won't even know you're gone, because the level of support remains the same. So I'm actually going to be making sure that my clients receive more support while I'm away. I'm going to be having a lot of incredible guest experts. I'm still going to be showing up every single day in Slack and on the calls and so forth, but they're going to have bonus guest trainings and all of these things. Literally the only difference in support will be that my awake time will just be the opposite, but I always check in at an AM time and a PM time anyways, Monday to Friday every day. So it doesn't really matter. So all of that stays the same and I'm really, really excited. So overall, very happy, very healthy, progressing. I'm very grateful for my team. We all work so well together. I have 3 people on my team that I love dearly. I'm very, very grateful. Have the best partner. My health is feeling really good. I feel alive, very fresh and energized. I've got really cool clients. I just signed an amazing client who's doing over $1 million in revenue a year, and I'm going to be helping her with my events process and her messaging and things like that. It's been really validating as well to sign a client that's actually doing more money than me per year, because and I hope that this is a lesson for everyone, you don't have to be better in all of the ways to help someone. You just have to be really, really good at one thing, and you need to have a strength and be able to give that strength to other people. So you don't I think there's this misconception in the coaching industry that we have to be these perfect people, we have it all together, this and that, but actually you don't. You just need to have your zone of genius. You need to own that fully, and the right people will be magnetized to that, whether they are quote unquote ahead of you or not, and so forth. So, got an amazing new client and some incredible clients in my mastermind. Oh, and that's the other thing. How could I forget this? The client wins in my mastermind this month have been through the roof amazing. One of my clients is celebrating $72,000 having been earned in the last 2.5 months since working with me. And she had just started her business. She had a successful previous business, in the beauty industry, but now to start a coaching business and to do that in 2.5 months, I'm so freaking proud. Such an action taker. I had a client that's been in my mastermind for just 10 days and she's already had a $9,000 day. She's a single mama and just she's been following the process and it's been working. I've had clients sign their first clients, second clients, sign 3 clients in a week, all these things. It's been incredible. And these are just results of people that are showing up and using my method, the 6-figure event method. And I'm just beyond proud. So overall, it's been an incredible month. I'm very, very happy, mostly about the client results. And yeah, really excited to see what June has to offer. And I just realized that I will probably have to record this next monthly update literally on the 30th of June because that night I then fly to Europe. And so I'm going to record this next episode on the very last day of the month so that you've got it. So that's that. I would love to hear from you if you enjoyed this episode. I'm only going to keep doing them, especially in the next year, if people are enjoying it. So please let me know, do you like this style of episode? What do you love about it? What do you not love? Share all the things with me so that I can keep knowing what to do more of, essentially. And if you get value out of this transparency in these episodes, please do share it with people that you know that you think would love these episodes. It means a lot to me. And if you would like to work with me or learn more about that, you can book a call with me. We will link a link below, but it's sofiarosebernardi.com/chat. Book a call with me and we can chat about what it would look like to work together. I've got different programs for different stages of business, and I would love to support you if you feel it's the right fit. I love you all. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll speak to you next week. Although I can't see each one of you, I know you're there because of the downloads we see each week, and I appreciate your presence immensely. If something in this episode resonated with you, I'd be thrilled to hear about it. Connect with me on Instagram at Sofia Rose Bernardi. Share your key takeaways or simply say hello. Your thoughts mean the world to me. Remember, it's your feedback that keeps this show going. Until next time, take care.